True news and reviews. We back with another one, man.
Yeah, there's a big debacle, man. Debacle. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
It's saying
yeah.
Cameron's homophobic, man. He made a simple comment on a picture with Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. Nice picture. And what did he say?
Said the reason I didn't go see Creed.
Simple. Left
Yeah.
it at that. A lot of people had a problem with that. You feel me?
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. We got it. We don't got. We can't say what we can't. We can't voice our opinion.
I think the problem is that his opinion is being viewed as homophobic, and we trying to be
That's
inclusive
crazy,
here in
man.
America. You know,
That's crazy. I
it's
don't
like,
see no homophobic. I don't see no homophobic verbiage that what he just said in that.
well,
It's if we don't,
listen,
we
listen,
all
listen.
got flavors. What we don't like, what we do like. People don't
Uh,
like certain things, and people do like. That's with anything,
listen. You got a little homophobia in you, so maybe you
man.
can't
You
see that
tripping?
this is. Well, I heard you out. I'm just gonna say my opinion, right? People, especially in the black community, when they got homophobia and people call them out on it, they don't like to admit to it. Just the same way you saying that, oh, he didn't say anything gay about it, right? When Jill Biden invited Iowa to the White House, she didn't say anything, right? She didn't say the N-word or anything, but there's certain undertones to what you're saying with the history and everything. You feel everybody's putting everything into context. We're talking about a guy that was saying no homo after just about anything for years. Then it switched to pause. Come on, man. The guy's from Harlem. Let's not don't play this babe in the woods routine where you don't know what is being said or what that means when he put that under that comment. Like, what did you think he was talking about?
Man, it's people being comments saying they negative opinion, what they have on things. You're gonna get that more than you have on positive. That may not be the only reason people put a negative thing about why they didn't want to watch Creed. It may be other things, but for them to highlight this and try to make it a scene and make it a big deal off of somebody's dislike, and now try to make it to throw it into something to try to stop this man from, acting like he has a problem with the LGBT community is a problem. It's like somebody trying to instigate something that's not really there. He's giving you a dislike, which we are allowed to have dislikes. That's legal, right?
Okay, so we'll continue. We'll read from the article here on Hollywood Unlocked. Cameron slams homophobic claims after his Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors post. I have no problem with anyone gay, says Cameron. Um, Cameron slams homophobic claims after his Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors post. All right. So, yeah. Um, Immediately following his post, his comment section went into flames with critics calling him out for suggesting there was a hidden agenda behind the promotional photo captured by the New York Times. While fellow New York rapper Fabulous commented, this was a funny promo shoot for a boxing movie. Crying, laughing emoji. They could have just taken pics with boxing gloves. That's crazy. That's a fair point. Meanwhile, other people condemned all the negative comments. One person wrote, it was actually good. Please, let's not promote that narrative. Black, black, not love, joy, and friendship looks good on black men. Mm, okay. I don't know if they read that correctly.
Right. So
Um, who said anything about gay? I just said I didn't see the movie because of the pace man shrugging emoji. Oh, the pig. Okay, they meant to say pig. You thinking about something gay, which I have no problem with anyone gay. Another person said it's really a good movie though. Cameron snapped back, don't care. Someone else said, just when I thought you grew up, and Cameron responded, psych. So that kind of like what you were saying, right?
What?
You were saying he didn't really mean anything about it. It was innocuous. He's just criticizing the picture. It doesn't have anything to do with homophobia, right?
Right.
And he said, but you dressed like a homo thug for the whole early 2000s. Yeah. Yeah. I see they're going to have a little bit of criticism because, this was the guy who wore the pink mink. Iconic pink mink. Always like that. And, sometimes wearing pink could be taken as a gay thing too. I'm sure he got backlash for that.
And if he did, he should have. You know what I mean? It's like,
You know what? I think you're right. If he got backlash for wearing pink, he shouldn't have got the backlash. And if he did, that's a little bit of homophobia in my book. Just like two men taking a picture, hugging, ain't really gay, and I don't think they deserve any backlash. Furthermore, Jonathan Majors was getting backlash about that other magazine cover he did. People thought it was too girly, and I was seeing a lot of posts from, they feminizing the black man and all of this gay agenda, conspiracy theory bullshit. All that shit
now,
is silly to me, man.
right. Well, it's two ways, bro. If they just did that picture themselves and they just figure that, hey, we just doing this out of, if they was acted, hey man, I need you guys to pose like this, that's when I'm in question. But if these two brothers just felt like they just did that and that just happened, that was a picture how they just took it and it was like, you know what I mean? Boom, we just then I'd be like, yeah, but if this was like a photo shoot and a marketing plan, I had to question y'all motive, like what y'all
Why it can't
doing.
just be like black brotherly love? Why is that perceived as gay? Because he's talking of
It
like,
ain't that it's perceived as, it's just
oh, it's
people
perceived as gay.
understand, like feel like it's a certain kind of agenda on, and they bring up a lot of, I was talking to a lady and she was talking about the cartoons. Like, do you know that one of the ducks, or it was something on Sesame Street? And she was like, yeah, one of them are, and it was just crazy that a parent was talking about it. Like, yeah, that's how why I don't let my kid watch it. And I'm just sitting there listening. But it's like, you get these talks around people that got kids and they feel like it's a certain kind of agenda that they putting out on the screen to allow everybody to be included, and it's not something they're familiar with growing up in here in
Yeah,
America.
just like there was a point where people wasn't ready for black people to be included on TV when they saw, you know, a black couple or something. It was controversial. I remember they said that uh, Mr. Rogers had broke some new ground just by putting his feet in the same pool of water as a black man. Like that was a big deal back in the day. We're just reaching another point like that in society where we're real homophobic. It's real cool to beat up on trans people now and talk down on gay people. And it's just in the black community, that's one of the quick insults that people will always give you, black man, you always gotta be gay, everything. If he posed the wrong way on a magazine cover or something like that, it's the agenda. It's just a silly part of our culture right now. We probably would be better off without, if you ask me. I think that's really conspiracy theory shit. I don't think it's no agenda. I think that gay people just want to be treated like human beings. You know, some people is gay. We got to get over that. That shit don't hurt me at all. It don't change my life. Not gonna lose no sleep over it. And
Mm.
by the way, this picture ain't gay. So, you know, can you judge a movie by the cover anyway? Would this make you not want to go see Creed? Would you see this picture and be like, nah, I'm good? He boys tripping. And what Cameron said, he said he took one look at this and was like, nah, I'm straight, man. I saw 1 and 2, but
Listen,
this
man,
is
guy.
where I get off the train.
Right, but hey, listen, I respect that, bro. I can look at something and be like, "Nah, I'm not interested. I don't like it." I mean, and that could be anything. I mean, it don't
Yeah.
have to have nothing to do with this. So I just feel like people still have that right, and we can't put it on strictly being homophobic. We got people that's gonna dislike no matter, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't know what
Hate
was in his
comes,
head.
bro. Like people don't like things, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all I'm
Yeah, you
saying.
could listen.
Just to
You could
jump out
listen. You
there
have
like that.
freedom of speech in America, dog. You could you could not like things. You could not like gay people. That's legal. You could not like black people. That's fine. It's illegal. But if you say something out there and it's perceived that way, then people also have the right to say whether they like it or not, and
Oh
ask you to
yeah.
clarify. So you got to kind of watch stuff sometimes. I'm not trying to infringe on anybody's freedom of speech, but you're not free from the consequences of your speech. I will say this just to clean it up. I'm glad that he expressed he doesn't have any problem with gay people. I hope that this doesn't cause him any problems. He has that little sports show. I don't want to call it a little sports show. He has a sports show that he does with Mace that I've seen pop up in clips. I think it's clever. I
Yeah, I
think it's
seen that
funny.
pop
I
up.
don't want this to cause any problem with that, with any sponsors. We saw recently Mano was dropping some F bombs, and Wax said he was going to try to throw a monkey wrench in that and get in contact with
Yeah,
Fox
they don't
Soul
play
because
in New York
so
about
yeah,
that.
that's how they playing everywhere. So just I advise what we have we learned from this to watch our mouths a little bit. I think so. I think that you got to watch what you say these days. You got to watch what you say. That's the big takeaway for me. Bob, you have anything? Any final thoughts?
Um, what I learned from this is, everything is judged differently depending on the circumstances. And it's like, yeah, you gotta be certain. Like they're making us try to be careful on certain issues with just being honest and being speaking, and it could be a problem financially just by disliking. It could, somebody could take that as, hey, I can take that as you're homophobic, and it could hurt you. So that's just crazy. So I guess people gotta don't like certain things if it could lead to you being pointed as a homophobic. So
Hmm,
that's
fair enough.
I
Let us know how you feel, man.